Shalom, Kolo Yamla, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. What's up, the honest Elder GMS and honest Joachim. Peace and bless you, brothers and sisters that listen, no full elect, Kolo Yamla, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And do this video today to the power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai and Aisha. I just did a video on his MOTB, which you had a lot of Israelites scoffing in the past, mainly ISUPK and IUIC, saying that there is no MOTB and that that's a Christianity and that's an embargo. Well, it's now here. It's here. Okay, we see Elon Musk, they're doing a Neuralink. There's thousands of people are lining up to remove part of their skull, right? The test, because the FDA gave the approval. So now they're going full spring ahead, man. Right, and that's what scripture says, their hand or your forehead, man. So where's the scoffing and mocking now? Right, just like we did in times past, went into the C-19, the lockdowns, told you not to take the juice, all right? Which ISUPK told you to take it, because we told you what it's leading to. It's leading to right now, right? When you go into the image of the bee, man. Okay, his NWO, his Great Re. These are his agendas, man. To bring down the world's population, the CBDC, everything's tracked and controlled, concentration camps, all these things, and then he wants to tag you, man. All right, so Kolim La Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. But we know ultimately Aisha is not going to succeed. And this is why I want to get to the power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah today. Scripture has many metaphors and many parables and similes. Scripture says his sun and the moon is going to be darkened, which is not actually talking about the literal sun and the moon. That's Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right. His agendas and plans, he's going to be confounded. He's going to be in dismay at the end. All right. That's why I'm going to do this quick video today, the power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. And I'll show you how deep the scriptures is, man. All right. Let me get that. Psalms 119 before I read that precept. All right. Psalms 119, verse 127. The scripture says you have to be occupied in prophecy. This is a full-time job. You have to study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, man. So he can increase your understanding. This is what King David said. Psalms 119, verse 127. He says, make me to understand the way of thy precepts, the teachings, the doctrines, the scriptures. Make me to understand. Praying to the Most High to give him understanding of the precepts. And that's what we do. Right? Also, you have elders and apostles, but you have to search the scriptures for yourself, man. You have to be fully persuaded in your own mind. All right. So he said to make me understand the way of thy precepts, so I should talk of thy wondrous works. And after you understand, you go out there and you teach, you edify, you build up, you break it down. All right. Like the Apostle Paul said, I think he said, I have not shunned to declare unto you the entire gospel. Right? Briefly paraphrasing it, man. After you learn, you're supposed to declare the gospel, man. The truth. All right. Now let's get Isaiah the 24th chapter, man. Okay. This is going into who? The rich man, Aisha, his destruction, the nuclear destruction. All right. The iron bow that's going to hit him. That's going to ruin his plans. And that's why the scripture says this. Let me get Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. It says, shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh Bashim Al Shah shall punish the host of the high ones. Who are the high ones? The elite. Like we ain't talking about the average six-pack, Joe-pack Edomite walking around. Right? They don't know shit, man. Right? That's caught up into bread and circuses. We ain't talking about those idiots. We're talking about the hosts of the high ones, the elite. Right? The Klaus Schwabs of the world and the Rothschilds and the different banking families. And of course, down to the Bill Gates and the rest of Bilderberg and a Trilateral Commission. Those men. Today they also called what? The WEF. All right. It says, shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, the elites. Okay. Who your politicians work for, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So we're approaching that day. Okay. That's when the Most High is gathering all these nations in the valley of the Jehoshaphat to punish these nations. It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. See, after the nuclear destruction, we're going to gather you prisoners in the pit, or the bunker you're hiding in, space station, we're going to grab you up. All right. And we're going to chain you, man. And we're going to shut you up. Like scripture says what? And shall be shut up in prison. And after many days, they shall be visited. This is coming to you, man. You go from riches to rags, man. And it's the point I want to get out and break down. It says, then the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed when Yahweh Bashem Yahshua of hosts shall reign at Mount Zion and in Jerusalem before his ancients gloriously, man. So scripture says, the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed. Now we know that's not talking about the literal moon and the sun. Okay, this is referring to what Aishar, his science and his technology, his image, his agenda is going to be confounded, is going to be ruined. Right? That dystopia world he wants to set up is not going to be what successful. That scripture says he's going to have he's going to run into many straits. Okay, every hand of the wicked or the laborers is going to be upon him. He's not going to succeed, man. Okay, and he's going to come down with holy hell to try to make this thing succeed and up and running. And he's already sloppy right now, man. Okay, but the scripture says what? And I make break down what the sun and the moon is. Like I said, there's many metaphors and similes in the scriptures, man. Which we know the sun and the moon is acquainted to what? To wisdom and knowledge. I'm going to read that right after. Let me read Isaiah 24:23 again. I'm at Revelation 24:23 and just move to the spirit. This is a quick lesson. The poverty about Shemel Shah. It says, then the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed. Right? This is not literal, man. When Yahweh Bashem Yahshua of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion in Jerusalem and before his ancients glory. So what is the sun and the moon? Right. Matter of fact, let's get a precept in Revelation 12:1. Let's get it. It says, and they appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head crown of 12 stars, man. Okay. Who's this woman? We know that when you read, so she had 12 stars on her head. We read Jeremiah 3:14. Let's get that actually. Who's the woman? Israel. But let's read it. Jeremiah 3:14. It says, turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. Who is that woman with the 12 stars? That is the children of Israel. That's why he said in Jeremiah 6:2, I've likened the daughter of Zion to a calm and delicate woman. That's why he also told you in the book of Hosea, told Hosea to get himself a harlot, because that was Israel's relationship with him. How we went whoring after other gods, man. We're married to the Most High. All right. And let's show you how the scriptures, the language, like we talk about the parables in the scriptures. When you read Genesis, the 37th chapter, matter of fact, let's get that. And Joseph dreamed, right? What did Joseph say? Genesis 37, verse, and this is why his brothers was jealous of him. Okay, they got envious of him because this is one of the dreams he had. Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. And he said, and he dreamed yet another dream. Whose is Joseph? And he told it to his brethren and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obedience to me. Okay. Now, this is the actual sun and the moon and the stars? No. Right. And his father, Jacob understood the meaning immediately. And he told it to his father, and his brethren, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother, which represents the sun and the moon, Jacob being the principal light, the sun, his mother, the lesser moon, the lesser light, the moon, and thy brethren, right, his 11 brethren, indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth. So he understood the meaning of it, the symbolism, what the sun, the moon, and the stars meant, right? And this also is in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter. Okay, that woman with the 12 stars represents Israel. Now, what is our sun and the moon? All right, let's get that precept. Is our wisdom and our knowledge, man. Okay, that's our sun and moon. All right, let me get Wisdom Psalm in the 7th chapter. Let's get that. Wisdom Psalm chapter 7, verse 29. All right, so this is actually breaking this down, but let's read this. Wisdom Psalm chapter 7, verse 29. It says, he's going into what? Wisdom. He says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passed and goeth through all by the reason of her pureness. For she's the breath of the power of the Most High, man. And a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. Right? Which you also know is the spirit of the Mashiach. For she's the brightness of the everlasting light, which Yahushua said he is the light of the world. Okay, and we have this wisdom. Right? The unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High and the image of his goodness. And being put one, she can do all things and remaineth in herself. She maketh all things new. And in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. So when you have this wisdom, Scripture says what? She maketh them friends of the Most High, like our forefather Abraham, and prophets, man. Just like it tells you in Ephesians, the 1st chapter. Okay, talks about the spirit of wisdom and the revelation of knowledge that we have in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We have the eyes of understanding. It's all through what? The wisdom of the Mashiach, man. That's what you're reading right now. So wisdom makes you what? Friends of the Most High and prophets. For the Most High loveth none but he that dwelleth with wisdom. For she's more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars. See, so it's comparing wisdom as the brightest light. It's brighter than the sun. It's brighter than the stars or any celestial body. The sun being compared with the life, she is found before it, man. All right. It was through the power of wisdom that created all those things, man. Okay. And the elect has that light, man. So that sun and the moon is that wisdom and that understanding. Matter of fact, there's another precept. Let me get oh man, what precept? That precept Psalms 119. Oh, matter of fact, when you read about Simon the high priest, well, let me get that actually. That you read Sirach the 50th chapter. Right? Talking about the glory and the wisdom and the knowledge that he had. Right? Let's get that. Sirach chapter 50 verse 1 to further prove that. And I'm gonna jumping back to the elite. Okay. It says, Simon the high priest, the son of Onias, who in his life repaired the house again, and in his days fortified the temple. By him was built the foundation of the double height, the high fortress of the wall. This whole chapter is beautiful, but I just want to jump straight to the point. All right. Verse 4. He took care of the temple that it should not fall, and fortified the city against besieging. How was he honored in the midst of the people in his coming out of the sanctuary? He was as the morning star in the midst of the cloud, and as the moon at full. So the scriptures is comparing him to what? The morning star, the moon at full. That's how bright he shined, man. All right. He was a great high priest. Scripture tells you, Ecclesiastes 8:1, wisdom causes a man's face to shine. It says, as the sun shining upon the temple of the Most High, and as the rainbow giving light in the bright clouds, man. So scripture compares them to what? The sun shining forth upon the temple, the clouds, the moon at full, the morning stars. Okay. It also compares them to what? The flower of the roses. Okay. So like I was saying, Revelation, the 12th chapter, the 12 stars is Israel, and the sun and the moon is that wisdom and understanding. And like I was going into in the beginning of this lesson, I saw his sun and the moon, his knowledge and his wisdom ultimately is going to fail, man. Whatever that science and that technology is going to fail, man. All right. Let me get Revelation chapter 8, verse 12. And there was another precept I wanted to get to. Could further go in on the symbolism in the scriptures. All right. Like the scripture tells you, the word is a lamp. Okay. The word is the light unto my feet, man, and a light unto my path. All right. But let's read this. Revelation chapter 8, verse 12. Back on the elite. All right. Revelation chapter 8, verse 12. It says, let's start from verse 11. This whole chapter is good, but I want to jump straight to the point, because the third part we're going to read right now. Revelation 8 and 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun. Right there we go with this, which it don't mean the actual sun. This is going into his elite. All right. The third part. Matter of fact, before I read Revelation 8:12, let me read Revelation chapter 9, verse 8. It says, verse 18. Revelation chapter 9, verse 18. Right? It's going into, of course, let's read. It says, by these three was the third part of men killed by fire and by smoke and by brimstones, which issued out of their mouth. Who is the third part? Okay, the third part of men. We know that you have the sons of the Most High, the Israelites, the sons of men, the children of men, the other nations, and then you have what? The children of the wicked. They're the third part of men. Okay, and ultimately his society is going to be destroyed by that nuclear destruction, or that star, also known as wormwood, Revelation 8 and 11. And in fact, let me read that. I'm going to jump to verse 12. It says, and the name of the star is called wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, bitter, and many men died of the waters because they made bitter. And wormwood, or that star, is the missiles, 2 Ezra the 15th chapter. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten. So like we're going into his elite. All right. And the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so that the third part of them were darkened, and the day shone not for the third part of it, and the night likewise. So his plans, the elite, they're going to be confounded, man. His sun and his moon, his knowledge and his wisdoms, his plans, his technology, his science, the third part, man. All right. So like I said, the scriptures goes into what? There's many parables in the Bible, man. But like I said, Kolim La Yahweh Shemal Shah, some of the apostles and elders on down, brothers could see it. All right. Let me get the book of Job, the 18th chapter. All right, I'm going to close this out to probably about Shemal Shah as soon as I get that. All right. Job 18, verse 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Right? Ultimately, like we said, his plans is not going to succeed. The elect is going to get roused up. We're going to get saved. And missiles are going to be shot on this society. So his NWO, that light upon the capstone, all right? Him thinking he's going to be the that Lucifer, that light bearer. He, like scripture Isaiah the 14th chapter, he's going to be brought down. His light is going to be put out, man. Because they feel like they're the light. That's what they call themselves, the illuminated ones. She says that's going to be put out. All right. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. See? The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. All right. So his devious plans and his mischievous devices is going to lead to his own ruin, man. So like we said, man, hopefully this devil accelerates it, because it's going to lead to his own demise, man. All right. So like I say, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Like I say, Shalom.